Alright, so this is what we're talking about today. The Jimmy Muller load. Ounce and 3/8, number 6 steel, moving 1250. Or as he says, a heavy payload of number 6 steel, moving 1250. It's all you need for ducks, mallard-sized ducks out to 40 yards. I'm here to tell you that's a crock of shit. I bought 50 rounds from Keith over at Salt Creek Custom Ammunition. Ammunition performed flawlessly, never had a problem with it, except my buddy's Super Black Eagle 3. But he kept getting short cycling on that, short stroking, and I think that's because he just doesn't clean his gun all season. So I'm going to say flawless ammunition performance, but the terminal performance on game, abysmal. Like I said, about 50 rounds. I used 12 of those for pattern testing, so that left me at 38. Out of 38 rounds, I honestly missed 10 times. So got a sample size of 28 on game. Out of those 28 shells, 2 dropped a bird dead out of the air, stone on the water. The rest were all, I shot it, and now I gotta clean it up because it's swimming, it's diving, it was a mess. It'll knock a mallard-sized duck out of the air out to 40. It'll knock it out of the air, but it ain't gonna kill it. I didn't take very many pictures, so I'll throw up the wood duck and the mallard I shot with this up on the screen right now. But the rest of what I took with this was all green wings. I think I got one blue wing this season, but it wasn't with this. Green wings, mallards, and widgeon. I got a widgeon with this stuff. And yeah, just that was what I come to expect out of these. Was I knock it out of the air, as soon as it hits the water, I better put another round or 2 into it, because they would hit the water and dive, and then I'd trying to chase them down along the bank, trying to get closer for a cleanup shot. It was awful. I know it wasn't my shooting, because as soon as I finished with these and I put my bismuth in, I was knocking ducks stone dead onto the water. So, yeah, just terrible results. I've shot number 6 steel on ducks before. I think it was ounce and a quarter or ounce and an eighth payload, moving 1500 or 1550, and that worked marginally better. I think if you had this heavy payload, like ounce and 3/8 or an ounce and a half, if you could get an ounce and a half of steel in a number 3 or in a 3-inch shell, it's probably 3.5 territory. But if you get that moving 1400 or better, I bet you might have a little something there. But as it was for me, it broke bones, and it would penetrate through the breast meat up to the breastplate, and it'd stop there usually. But yeah, if you manage to get pellets in the neck and the head, even then, they'd still be half alive. Like a bunch of the ones I shot initially, I shot them towards the front half of the body, and they'd fall into the water, and they'd swim, and I'd shoot them again. Like there'd be a bunch like right in front of the brain case, right behind the brain case, or even it took the top of the skull off, and they'd be stunned, but they were still alive. Like the steel, this number 6 steel just didn't have the mass, the size to transfer any meaningful amount of energy to the tissue surrounding it. Like you had to either hit it square on, or you were screwed. But that's my experience with the Jimmy Muller load. Wish I had something better to say, but See, the chokes I used the Carlson Cremator medium range, and I used the Muller decoy and the passing, depending on where I was expecting ducks to come in for the day. And ultimately, I settled on just running the medium range, the Carlson medium range, because that was the best do-all. But yeah, I didn't have good luck with these, so that's getting a little ranty, so I'll end the video.